Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to The Grit. Right now, we're reporting live from Palmer Park where they have the art fair going on. It's been going on all weekend. They got a lot of good artwork. They got a lot of good food to eat, arts and crafts for the kids. We got a lot of different booths and tents and programs for people to go ahead and indulge and enjoy. Now, let's go ahead and check out what they got at the art fair. Let's go.
Before it's all about denim. I recycle denim and plastics, and I'm trying to save the earth. And I trying to help with Detroit with the all the trash that's around the city. So I just take the denim and I recycle and I sell it. So when I first started off, I started selling my products to help the disabled. I had a group of disabled young men, and I would take my proceeds and I would take them on events on the weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I will also teach them how to make money, learn, teach them how to make things, on their own to learn how to make money.
Yeah, thank you. Because I like that because, like you said, you're trying to save the earth, and as well, like you're cleaning up Detroit, and you're bringing that drive and that hustle that Detroit is just embodies. Tell us a little bit about some of your items that you have.
Well, some of my items I just make them up from my head. I start doing one item and say for instance this bracelet right here, I was making a bag and I looked at the shape of the bracelet, well, the material, and I said, hey, this would be a nice bracelet. So I started making these bracelets. So I call them band bracelets.
Oh, that's really pretty. Can I see that again? Oh, no, I like it. Oh, I like it a lot. It's really pretty. Yeah. So, yeah, I like the idea of that you're taking inspiration out of just anything. And like you said, you're recycling it and making it for the better. So just can you tell us how people can get in touch with you?
Well, you can get in touch with me through my Instagram page, All About Denim Detroit.
Okay, great. And then for purchases, they can also purchase through Instagram as well.
Yes, Instagram. You can email me, and I also do special orders.
All right, thank you. So we are here again with Larissa from All About Denim Detroit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What up, though, everybody? This your boy Tristan Lee reporting in from The Grid. I'm standing here with my man Ozzy right here. And now tell us, what's the name of your gallery here?
This is called Carpentry's Art. It's a mixture of wood and paint, so that's where I get it. But carpentry is art on its own, so that's the name I just came up with a couple years ago.
All right, that's pretty dope, man. All right, so I guess how long have you been doing this artwork?
I'm in my 5th year right now, so not too long, but long enough to have a little experience.
All right. 5 years of experience. That's good enough for me. As you can see, he has a lot of dope artwork around here. All right, so I guess my next question would be, what inspires you, or how would you describe your artwork?
Okay, usually everything inspired by indigenous culture, so usually it's tribal. Most of the faces are, like as you can see, like they're tribal, but it's like a mixture of mass sculptures and tribal face paintings together. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to accomplish. And then anything that's non-figurative is just like landscape, so you can look at it as like water, land, mountains, stuff like that. Like this picture here is like a cyclone, that's more kind of like weather. So I'm just inspired by ancient history, stuff like that. So I just try to bring an abstract element to it. I use a lot of color with it, so it's more modernized.
Oh, that's pretty dope. All right. Now another question for you is, how would you say, like, as far as your artwork, like, would you say that you freestyle it, or does it have like a meaning within it before you actually start painting it, or how would you say that?
Well, I think each one is unique in its own. So I usually know if I want it to be a figurative piece, or just all color. So most of the time, all the regular abstract is freestyle, but I create until I feel like it's finished. So it's no timetable. It's when I feel like I'm artistically satisfied, then I'm done. Now, if it's gonna be like one of these faces, then I kind of figure out the size, or I want it to be a full body, and then I usually just start with the facial features, and then kind of work out from there, and then just add colors and lines and stuff like that from there. So it is a lot of freestyle, but at the end, it's kind of like it's a birth, and then I kind of name them and stuff like that. So that's how I look at it, man.
Now that statement right there was artistic within itself. His art is his child that he births. So okay, where can the people find you if they want to purchase some of your art?
Okay, well, I'm usually at Joe's Gallery on Livernois, or you can find me on my website at www.ozzy.art.com. Or this year, I'll be in the Essence Festival, I'll be in Belle Isle Festival, and Art Beats and Eats. So those are the next three events.
All right, everybody, make sure you go ahead and support this brother right here. He's got a lot of dope artwork. I'm pretty sure it will look good in one of your living rooms or bedrooms. Holla at him soon. Thank you all.
Carmen Jones. Carmen is an artist in the Metro Detroit area. Carmen, tell us how you started. What inspired you to do art?
Well, art runs in my family, so I've been doing art ever since I could remember. I decided to step into it fully about 4 years ago. It was just something that I was really passionate about, and everything else that I went into, I just didn't have the same passion for it as art. So it was basically just calling me. So I decided to stop fighting it and pursue my dreams.
Okay. What about your pieces? Do most of them have meaning to them, or do you just freestyle? Like, how do you come up with this beautiful artwork?
Most of them do have meaning. Sometimes they just pop in my head, and I kind of just sketch them wherever I'm at, and then I'll put it to canvas later. Sometimes it's, like a personal life experience that I go through, or like just recreating the image of the black woman, like that, to show that we're real women. We're not always video vixens, like we have flaws and stuff too, and just, like just personal things, like things that I think about. Basically, I just take it and I visualize it, and then I put it on a canvas.
Okay, perfect. So I see you have a piece here with us. Let me know a little bit about her. Like, does she have a name? Like, where did the inspiration come from this piece?
Well, this piece was, so I'm a mother, and I became a mother at the age of 19. And after I became a mom, I was very self-conscious about my body because I have the stretch marks, and I had the little flab and all that other stuff, and nothing that I did would just like make it completely go away. So earlier this year, it was just like, look, this is me, this is who I am. I am a mother, and I'm going to wear that proudly. So I decided to make this piece so that other women who go through that struggle after having a child can know that it's not a bad thing. It doesn't make you ugly. You can still show your stretch marks and still be proud. So that's where this piece came from, and she is the main piece of a 3-part series that I did, to basically just like show the beauty of a woman's stretch marks. And her name is the Queen's Glory, because I like how having hair signifies like your crown, your glory, and then just being at one with nature and being beautiful, just bare as you are.
I love this piece. I can definitely relate because I'm a mom too, so I understand. I think a lot of women went through that phase, so we want to thank you for this piece, of course. Okay, Carmen, let us know how we can get in contact with you.
Well, you can get in contact with me on Facebook, at Carmen Jones Creative Co., or just Carmen Jones, and also on Instagram at Carmen.Jones. And my name is spelled CarmanJones. And you can also get in touch with me on CarmenJones.com. So.
Well, thank you, Carmen, for linking with us. There you have it, guys. Check out Carmen Jones Art.
It's amazing.
Thank you. I
It really
appreciate
is amazing. It's really amazing. So tell us about your product.
Well, the ginger beer is a traditional drink in the Caribbean. It comes from West Africa. So the recipe for this product comes from my grandmother. So my paternal grandmother, both of my parents are from Jamaica, so my paternal grandmother was great at making ginger beer. So after she passed, I said, man, I want to get that taste again. So I spoke to my uncle, my father's brother, and got the recipe. And then my family did a bunch of input. We did some changes into the ginger beer. Just to make it more appealable to taste here in the United States, because traditional Jamaican ginger beer makes your head sweat and your mouth burn and all those sort of things too, right? So, and we wanted to make it as traditional as possible. So it's fresh ginger root, lime juice. We have turbinado sugar sweetened with it. We have spices in there. And no carbonation, that's the key. Traditional ginger beer doesn't have carbonation because artificial carbonation is not good for your digestive tract. And there are no preservatives in there.
Oh wow! I'd like to have that natural, delectable, delicious taste of ginger beer. So I know you said that you got your recipe from your grandmother and
Yes.
everything. So have you added anything yourself?
Well, some of the spices that we added were us. The lime juice portion we added was us. And then, so I was going back and forth with my wife, family members. It became very popular at Christmas. And people said, when are you going to put this on the market? Put this on the market. So my wife prodded me and said, you should put it on the market. Then I had a cousin of mine in New York that kind of gave his input, and then the rest is history. So we officially went on the market in fall of 2013. So we've been in business for 5 years. Currently, we're at Whole Foods in West Bloomfield and Whole Foods in Rochester Hills. Would like to be in the one in Detroit, but there's limited shelf space in Detroit. So if the customers demand it, we'll be there. We're at several restaurants in the Detroit area. Taste of Ethiopia in Southfield, the Jamaican Pot on 8 Mile and Hubble, soon to be New Center. And we're also at the Nosh Pit in Hamtramck and River Bistro in Rosedale Park, and the Vrees Market in Eastern Market.
All right, great. So you all heard it. You can go to those local businesses to find your Tanner Falls ginger beer. And also, if you want to see it in Whole Foods Detroit, definitely demand it because, again, it is very tasty. So thank you again, Vincent. Is there anything else you want to tell the viewers?
Hey, we're going to be doing shows. There's Vegan Nights in Southfield. It's a young lady, it's Naturalista Life that puts it on. So we'll be doing that on Sundays, maybe every other Sunday or a couple Sundays a month, basically. And she's also with a lady named Q who does vegan cooking. So come in, enjoy Sunday nights with Q, Vegan Nights, and then her ginger beer will be there as well, too.
All right, great.
Get healthy.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing that, and hopefully we'll be able to, be at one of those events and get some more of that delicious ginger beer. Thank you again.
Thank you, Erin.
Hey everybody, I'm over here standing next to Miss Kirsten. Now, what's the name of your arts?
My art is called Curseworks, actually. Yeah.
Curseworks. Now, Kirsten, Curseworks. Get it? You get it. You get it. All right. So, Miss Kirsten, how long have you been doing this?
My entire life. I started painting when I was 3 years old. Been
Thr-
doing it ever since.
3 years old. I was still doing like the little hand paintings with the little turkeys. You remember the turkeys with the head right here? Anyway, so awesome. So I see you have a lot of like famous like people back here. So how long does it take to typically do like one of your portraits here?
So, it can take anywhere from a day or two for some of the less complex pieces. I've had a couple of pieces take me 3 weeks.
Okay. So with a lot of your artwork, are you actually really literally looking at one of the actual portraits and then drawing, or is it from memory?
I do both. So usually I start out looking at a portrait, and then once I get to a place where I feel like I've got all the features and everything in the way that I want them, then I kind of go to my own thing, and I stop looking at the portrait because I don't want it to be the portrait. I want it to be my own painting. So at that point, I kind of go into my head and dig out and see what I can find there.
Okay, awesome. So if I needed the portrait done to me, make sure you get my good side. How much would you charge me to do something like that?
Normally for paintings, I charge anywhere from, say, $150 to $300 for a portrait.
Okay, awesome. All right, so my next question is, I guess, where can our people find you at?
So I do have a website. It's curseworks.com, KURSEWORKS.com. I'm also on Instagram at CurseArt, and I'm on Facebook at CurseWorks as well.
Awesome. All right. Make sure y'all go visit Curseworks. Go ahead, get some of this good artwork. Put it in your living room. Put it in your dining room. Put it in your bedroom. Some room. All right. Check back in with you later. Peace. So what y'all thinking?
Well, I'm going to Chattanooga.
Hi, everybody, and we are here with Vice President of People for Palmer Park, Clinton Griffin. How are you today, sir?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. That's good. And we are also here with a member of People for Palmer Park, Pastor Gregory Geis. How are you, sir?
I'm positive.
That's good. It's good to hear. So we're here for the art fair going on, and it's a really good event. And I see a lot of people, a lot of different faces. So could you tell us just a little bit about People for Palmer Park?
The People for Palmer Park has been in existence for approximately 6 years. The way that it started when the city was in economic turmoil, there was a rumor that the park was going to close. Individuals who used the park extensively, especially on the tennis courts, decided that this wasn't something that they could have happen. So they went and contacted various community stakeholders, and there was a protest. What we then began to realize is that that was not going to be sustainable. So we formed our 501c3. We formed a 16-member board, and we are the City of Detroit's official Adopt a Park agency. So what we did at the time when I personally joined the board, I lived here in this community, and what we wanted to do was to activate the park. So we spent a great deal of time dealing with cleaning up the trails and cleaning up all of the drug paraphernalia and the trash and all of those things that were in the park. Then once we were able to accomplish that, we then set out to create programming. So currently in the park now, we try to have something that is happening every single day.
Okay.
So there is a tennis academy for children, which started out with approximately 15, 20 children. We've now exceeded over 150. We're receiving a large amount of support from the USTA. We're in the process of now getting new tennis courts, which are going to give us little half courts, which are going to train some champions here.
Oh, wow.
Urban community. We have Tai Chi that goes on here in the park. We have a bike riding group that goes here in the park. We have a walking group that's here in the park. We have a free yoga group that's here in the park. We have an urban garden, which is on the other side of the park. We have signature events, which we have done now. For example, there's Log Cabin Day, which we have a log cabin which was constructed in 1885. We have a log cabin day on the official Log Cabin Day here in Michigan. We have a Harvest Fest in the spring. It's more of an educational opportunity for children to understand the food cycle, give them hay rides, things such as that. We have a Winter Blast where we will take the children through during the winter, sleigh rides. We also have this art fair, which is done by Integrity. Design is the company that does it, but we support Integrity. And Palmer Park was famous many, many years ago for an art fair, art and jazz fair. It closed, and so we opened it 30 days, I think it was 30 years almost or something like to the date that it was closed. This is the 4th annual, and as we can see, we've been very, very successful. Weather holding. I'm knocking on some wood.
Right.
So the whole point of the People for Palmer Park is to realize that what we have here is a space that is free to community. If you look at this intersection, we are definitely at the cross section of the top and bottom of socioeconomic here in the city of Detroit.
Exactly.
And yet we've been able to find a space where all of these people can come and enjoy this community resource, which does nothing but to help to build this community. So that's the whole point of what we're doing, and we just love it when people come out and they participate, get their kids out. It's free. You know, it's free. Get some fresh air and come out and have fun.
Yeah, thank you so much because I grew up in this neighborhood and I used to come to Palmer Park a lot. And like you mentioned, the tennis courts. Like my mom will get the rackets out and we would, get on the tennis courts and everything. And she would walk around the park, through the park. We have our bikes and bike riding, everything. So, and I did see how like it kind of went a decline and it was kind of like yeah. So I truly do appreciate for revitalizing Palmer Park because it is a gym inside of the city.
Yes.
So yeah, so we can truly appreciate that.
The only one thing I really want to say is thank you so much to the city of Detroit. They have allowed their community, allowed an organization of stakeholders to choose the direction of their community space. And so we wouldn't have been able to do it without that kind of support, and we're extremely grateful.
Great. Yeah, I'm grateful as well. So, Pastor Gregory, as being a member of People for Palmer Park, what has been your experience?
Well, one of the things, our church is located right on the edge of Palmer Park, Detroit Unity Temple.
So I used to go there.
Well, then, welcome aboard. So we've been a very active member of Palmer Park. And so one of the things I'm excited about is that it's not just the park. We've been able to open it up to the entire community. So we've been able to organize the community. And so the exciting part is that this park has been a catalyst to bring the community together. And so often when you think about the fact that when a park can bring people together, very racial backgrounds, very economical background, from Highland Park to Palmer Woods, from Cross Woodward, to come together collectively to work together to synergize around the idea of making a park a community effort. As he talked about, a synergy that makes people work together on a common goal, a goal of oneness. What a wonderful example for the city of Detroit, where you see division all across the city of Detroit. So our community stretches across Linwood, across into Highland Park, across east of Woodward, down to Ferndale, across the city, and collectively work together. That's the beauty of our membership. It's not about race, it's not about economical lines, it's about people coming together for Palmer Park. And when you see us working together to bring this enthusiasm, this idea of the fact that we have a common thread, what a wonderful model that the city of Detroit could actually do and see and build this bridge. And that's something that I think what you see here today for this art fair, this takes place throughout the entire year. So we support it as a spiritual community. And then when you see this taking place during Winterfest and see people out here with their children doing Winterfest, to see it, and then when the apple orchard come and during the harvest season, to see our children from the church going over there and doing the garden, picking fruit and picking the vegetables during Harvest Fest. Wow, it's amazing. And then our children from the church get involved. And it's the one place throughout this entire city where you don't have the division. You don't have the crime. And we've seen crime go down. We've seen people where people of different genders come together and try to work through their issues, to work through the collective effort we have. And it's just an amazing example that should be modeled across the city. So we're excited about all of this taking place.
Yeah, and that is a very exciting organization. It's at a very exciting time. So just moving forward, how can people become members or become a part of the events or just...
What you can do is we have a website, which is thepeopleforpalmerpark.org. On that website, you'll find all of the opportunities that are there. Also, the various volunteer days are posted. Come out, grab a shovel, get a pair of gloves, pull a weed, work in the butterfly garden, work in the apple orchard. I mean, whatever it is. If you want to come and plant flowers, there are things that you can do. There are small things that you can do because it's community, or it's these very little pieces that all kind of come together to make this whole. So we take any effort at all. We appreciate it. You can become a member by signing up, and we will take any amount to be a member. And because it's a volunteer organization, every dime that we raise goes back into the park.
And think about this, planted over 300 apple trees. Wow. 300, 700. Wow.
Wow. I didn't even know there was an apple orchard, so that's something to look forward to in the fall.
Even I got lost in the numbers.
Well, thank you all again.
Yeah,
we truly appreciate you taking off this time.
For you to come and volunteer.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. Now that I know, we definitely will be out here volunteering. So thank you again for your time, gentlemen, and thank you.
Have a beer.
Make sure you guys check out the grit.